Well, yoga is both a path and a goal. Yoga as a goal is the transformation of the body, mind, soul into universal consciousness. Yoga as a path are various methods to achieve this goal. The goal of uniting with the universal consciousness is one of integrating every facet of a human being. That is the goal of yoga, integration. Yoga is a science of self-realization. Yoga is not a religion. Although every religion can use yogic methods, yoga is about realizing your highest potential. So there are actually people who can practice yoga who do not need to believe in God. An atheist can practice yoga as long as he or she believes that there's more to them than they are at the moment, that they have more to achieve, that there is spiritual evolution at the same time as there is physical evolution. We are all very familiar with physical evolution because of Darwinian theories. Okay? We all know that we evolve physically, but yoga teaches that we evolve mentally, and we can actually evolve spiritually, so that our consciousness, our mind, can evolve to higher states of awareness. So yoga is about reaching higher states of awareness. Just as our mind is of a higher order, we think, than those of certain animals, we, in a million years, if we did nothing else but just live a normal life, the mind of someone a million years from now would be totally different from what we can possibly imagine. A human being right now did nothing else but just lived their lives. Okay? Then in a million years, because we believe that a human being gets born over and over again, okay, they will achieve higher states of awareness spiritually, mentally, than we have right now, without doing any effort, making any effort. In a million years, a human being would be much more aware in their minds, in their spirit, than we are now. Yoga is about accelerating that million years of evolution to achieve the same state of awareness that we would normally have in a million years, to do it within one lifetime. That is what yogic methods are all about, accelerating our mental and spiritual evolution. Yoga has been around for 4,000 or 5,000 years according to history, but according to yogic tradition, it has always been as long as there have been human beings. Human beings have always yearned for more. We've always been born with something in our heart that says there's more to our lives than what we're realizing right now. Even when the caveman, the Cro-Magnon, was running around, okay, drawing the cave paintings and hunting animals, they were always striving for more. So even in them there was yoga. But yoga as a movement, okay, as a conscious effort, has been around for, according to Indian traditions, 7,000 to 9,000 years. And it arose from the awareness of certain beings. Okay. There, according to our tradition, certain higher souls were born, and they came down on earth to guide us. And they started this movement of yoga. So they came down from the higher states of consciousness or higher realms or dimensions, and they gave these yogic methods to the beings of that time so that they could be accelerated, their spiritual evolution could be accelerated. So we believe there is guidance from more advanced spirits, more advanced beings who come into this world, become born as human beings, but they are born with a higher awareness. And from them have come these methods of yoga. And that's how yoga has started. Ayurveda, yoga, Jyotish, okay, which is the ancient knowledge of the stars, which we call astrology, or the destiny of humanity. These are all related. They all derived from the ancient knowledge texts called the Vedas. Okay, so they're all part of that movement. And yoga has always been transmitted by word of mouth, person to person. So it has only been in recent times that the yogic tradition has been put down in writing. Very recent times.
How recent?
Probably in the order of about 2,000 years. Okay, it's only been about 2,000 years that the knowledge of yoga has been put down in writing and transmitted to a wider audience. Well, different methods of yoga have arisen because there are so many different types of people. Okay. So no one type of method suits everybody. Some people are more into devotion. So there are yogic methods that are based on devotion. Then there are those who are more intellectually minded. And so there are yogic methods which are based mostly on meditation, mind control. Whereas other people are more into their bodies. And so there have come methods to help them train their bodies, to utilize their bodies so that they can achieve higher states of awareness, integrating movement with breath and with the mind. Okay, that is a distinctive aspect of yoga that is often neglected these days, where people focus on only the movement. Okay, the true yoga postures actually integrate movement with breath and with the mind, using power sounds. Okay, that every yogic posture has to be integrated with the proper way of breathing and with certain sounds which are appropriate for that posture. Then you integrate the body, the breath and the mind together.
What do the different poses represent?
Well, different poses represent certain ways of integrating different parts of the body and the mind. Okay. We have to first understand that we all have a left and a right side. I'm sure we all know that. But our left and right sides are usually imbalanced. We have a front and a back. Okay. Yoga postures help to achieve stability by integrating our left side and our right side, our front and our back. So properly speaking, the yoga of postures is called postural integration. The postures help to develop the holistically our whole body. Okay, so each posture, some postures develop the both arms, some postures develop the right side of your body, some postures are about twisting back. Okay, some are about twisting forward. So you have backward bends and forward bends. Okay, so that is to integrate the back and the front. And then many people, their left sides and the right sides are imbalanced. Okay, Some people, they can, you know, reach down and they can hold their left hand on with their right hand. But then they have difficulty doing it on the other side. Okay, yoga means that you can do both at the same time. Okay, so you're not imbalanced. That's what the postures are hoping to achieve. Okay. But the static postures are not enough. Okay. Just like if I was going to do something like this. Okay, this is a movement. Okay, in and out. Okay, and this opens up your heart. Okay, just this very simple movement expands your chest and opens up. Okay, but it is only a movement. True yoga means that you will integrate the breath. Okay, so you would. Okay, so when you come in, you breathe in and breathe out. So you exhale. When you expand, you inhale. So you would move, and then. Okay, now you've integrated the breath with your movement. Okay, so you become more in tune with your body and your breath. Next, you want the mind to be with your body and the breath. Okay, so we mentally repeat certain power words. Okay, and one of the natural sounds that the yogis teach us, okay, is the sound of hum and sa. Hum sa, from which the hamsa yoga is derived from this hum sa. We actually repeat, you know, when we inhale and expand ourselves, okay, we would say, breathe in, sa, and when we come in, exhale, hum, sa, hum. We can do it mentally. So when you see us doing this, we're not just repeating a movement. We've integrated our breath and our mind, because our mind is mentally saying sa and hum. It's coordinated with our movement and our breath. You see, part of the disease of modern people is that they have lost the connection between their body and the mind. How often we've heard that the mind and the body are separate, okay, and that has caused conflict, okay? That causes stress. Many of the modern diseases like ulcers and long-term diseases which people don't know what the cure is or what, you know, the causes are, okay, are caused by this separation of the body and the mind. So by integrating the body and the mind, the yoga postures actually help to overcome this schism. Okay, you've got a schism between the body and the mind, and between the mind and the soul. Okay? So first, to heal the person bodily, physically, you have to integrate the mind and the body, because all diseases, according to yogic tradition, comes from the mind. They're all mentally caused. Okay? If your mind is not susceptible to the disease, you won't get it. Two people could be in the same room with the same pathogens, the same bacteria in the air. One catches the disease, the other doesn't. No one can explain why. Okay? It's because mentally one person is more separated from their body and more prone to the disease. So they accept the disease and it is part of their being. The other person does not accept the disease, so they don't get sick. It's all in the mind, as they say. That's what yoga believes. It's all in the mind. So if your mind and your body are not together, then your body can suffer.